Hello everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, welcome. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I am so glad that you're here. If you've seen any of my other videos, welcome back. If it's your first time, hey girl, hey. Today we are doing a natural nail manicure with lots of nail art. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to start off by pushing back my client's cuticles. Before this, I would have sprayed their hands with this lovely hand sanitizer that I have. It smells like passion fruit. It's delicious. But we do that, rub it all in, and then I'm going to go with a cuticle pusher and push her cuticles back. Once we finish doing that, I'm going to reach for my e-file, and I have this lovely little flame bit that's just going to get that dead skin off the nail plate and also kind of push the cuticles back a little bit more, because those hand ones only do so much. I mean, it's fine if you don't have an e-file, it is enough, but if you're as anal as I am and you want all of that cuticle gone, this is what you want to do. So I'm going to go around in one direction on every finger, and then I will press reverse on my e-file and go in the other direction, getting all of those crusty dusty bits of skin off the nail bed. Here I've flipped it into reverse, and I'm now going in the opposite direction, and we'll go around every finger. I do this on both hands as well as the cuticle pushing with the little pusher, but you see me do it once, you don't need to see both hands or we'll be here all day. Now I'm going with the cuticle pusher again, but using the other edge. I don't like to, get too aggressive with the e-file, because you can push holes, burn holes into the nail bed. So if there were some bits that needed a little bit more of a heavy hand, I'll use the cuticle pusher instead of the e-file, because I can just scrape them off. And after I've done that, I'm going with my nippers, and I'm getting rid of any big bits of skin that are sticking up. You want to be careful with this. If you're not comfortable with it, you can just use an e-file or just push your cuticles back. This is just my preference. You don't ever want to see any blood, so if you are doing this for the first time, practice on yourself. Better you cut yourself than someone else. That's what I always say. Whenever I have a new tool or anything I've not used before, I'll always practice on myself first before I make anyone else endure the pain. I don't necessarily have to do this with all clients. Once I've done quite a rigorous cuticle removal, the next time they come back, just using the e-file will be enough. But I haven't seen this client for a little while, so we've had quite a lot of regrowth. She does do a lot with her hands at work, so she gets quite dry skin and quite dry cuticles, so we've got a fair bit to do here. As you can see, I have slowed this down a bit here, because this for me is just so satisfying when all of that skin just comes off in one piece. I did at some point pause and record it from another angle. I'm not sure if I've put it in. I'll probably put it in at the end, but it is so satisfying. I'm now going in with a different e-file bit. I'm not sure what this is called, but yeah, it's good for getting off those last little bits, where you've gone around and cut with the nippers, there sometimes might be some tiny little bits that you just couldn't get to, or you're a bit nervous about clipping off because, you don't want to cut anyone, but this is good for just exfoliating the last little bits off. And like I said previously with these cuticle bits, what I do is I go in one direction and then I'll press reverse and go back in the other direction. I do speed this up so it looks quite aggressive, but I do only ever use cuticle bits maximum at 500 RPMs a minute, because this is on the natural nail. We're not trying to burn or dig a hole with it. It's just exfoliating, gently exfoliating the skin off. You'll see as well that I do brush over the nail bed, but mainly I am going up around on the cuticle area and the sidewall. And then as I'm going around with the e-file, I notice there is like quite a big piece of hard skin here that the e-file's not going to get off, and I checked with my client first if she wanted me to get rid of it, and she did. So I got my nippers out and kind of went in a bit on that bit of hard skin on her thumb. As you can see here, after I was using the e-file, I realised there was a little bit of hard skin there, and I asked if she would like me to remove it. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be removed, but some people, like you to get rid of these little bits that they have. Some people don't. I do have another client that has hard skin on the inside of her hand where she lifts weights at the gym, and I will take the sanding band on my e-file and just go over it a little bit for her. When you have clients that have different lifestyles and different jobs, sometimes you have to customize the manicure procedure to fit them. It's not a one size fits all. I do everything different with different people. It's just after you've been seeing a particular client for a while, you get to know what they like and what they do and how to make it work best for them. Once I've finished getting rid of all of the excess skin, I'm just going to shape up the edge of the nails, the free edge. I am afraid I have managed to record this part of this out of the shot. I do apologise. I'm not quite a professional when it comes to filming. After I've done that, I will just take a very fine sanding bit and go over the whole of the nail just to get rid of the shine so that our gel adheres to it well. Once I've finished doing that, I'll do it on all the fingers, just lightly buffing over the surface just to get rid of the shine so that our gel has something to adhere to. And once I've done that on both hands, I will get myself a little lint-free wipe and I will get the dust off and get right up into the cuticle area. Depending on what gel product you're using, the one I'm about to use says to use acetone to cleanse the nail before adhering it, so that's what I'll do. Soak my lint-free wipe in acetone. A lot of products will only say, to use alcohol or swipe or whatever residue cleansing solution they suggest, but yeah, that's what I do. And you'll see with my lint-free wipe, I wrap it around my finger because I like to get right up into the sidewalls and the cuticle area to make sure there isn't any dust there. And I'll also take this as an opportunity to push the cuticle back a little bit because it is always creeping down. It is a creeper, and the further back it's pushed, obviously without hurting your client, the further back it's pushed, the closer to the cuticle you can get, the more nail coverage you'll get and the longer your manicure will last. But obviously we don't want our gel touching our skin, so pushing it back as much as I can will always help. I'm going in with, I believe this is Aurora from the Gel Bottle Ink. It's a Biab. There's a bit of fluff in there that's doing my head in. I'm just trying to get it's so annoying sometimes when you're doing nails and you see a bit of look, she's trying to get it there. You can see like a little hair or a fluff from a certain angle, and then as you move you can't see it anymore, and it's so annoying. And she could see it, then I could see it, and then I couldn't see it, and then she could see it, so she got it. Teamwork. That's what we've got going on here. Teamwork to make the dream work. That's what I like to say. So yes, anyway, back to the Biab. So when you use the Gel Bottles Biab, you don't use a base coat. You literally are supposed to use just the Biab, and you kind of rub. You'll see I'm kind of etching this product into the nail. Where I've buffed it, there's kind of a nice rough layer, and I can just rub the brush into it, making sure it gets in all the pores, going close to the cuticle area and sidewalls but not touching them, and just doing a very, very thin layer. You'll see there's barely anything on my brush. It's just to make sure there is a tiny bit of gel on every part of the nail. And once I've done that, I will stick it in the lamp and do the same on the other hand. As you can see, I've just done the exact same on that hand with my lint-free wipe, getting all the dust off. You'll notice that I don't wipe both hands off at the same time, because while I'm working on the other hand, you know what they're going to do. They're going to end up touching something and getting more dust on there, or touching their hair or face. I don't trust my clients. I don't trust anybody. So I will cleanse the one hand and put Biab on it, and then whilst the other hand's in the lamp, I will do this hand. And I always say to my clients that either one of their hands is in, once we start applying gel, they have to have one hand in the lamp and the other hand in my hand, and then they can swap, and that's it. They're not allowed to touch anything else. The hand is in the lamp or in my hand, otherwise I'll chop it off. That's it. So yeah, I'm doing the same again here, just making sure that it is etched in. And then, oh, we've jumped back to the other hand, and now I'm going in with a proper layer. So this layer isn't as thin as the first one, it's a little bit thicker. I'm not going to be building her nails up too much because they are quite short and her nails are quite strong. She likes to keep them short because of work, so I'm just doing, you know, a medium sized kind of layer of Biab on here. You will see me sometimes go in and do a really thick layer where I put a bead in and then I do my back and forth side to side, but I'm not doing this on here because we're going to be doing a lot of artwork. I'll do a nice bit of top coat over the top, and these should last for, you know, a long time. You don't always have to do your nails quite thick. If they are very long nails, I will build an apex, but we really don't need to on here because they are so short and they will be staying short. So I will go around on every finger and do a medium to generous layer, and then I will flip the hand upside down just to make sure that it doesn't run into the side walls and we have like a nice shape. Here I am now going in with my liner brush. Or is it my, I think it's, well, it's called Bestie. From, I always forget how to say her name, I think Erin L. Anyway, doesn't matter, I'll link it in the description. I'm just doing like a bit of an outline on each finger, first for the butterfly on the other hand, and then for this ladybug, and I've spread it all up a little bit. I'm afraid there are some bits missing. Where I was going into quite a lot of detail, I put my head too close, and my head is in the way of everything, so I've just cut that out because I figure you don't need to look at the top of my head. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah. You'll see here I'm using a few different reds. I have done the outline in black, and then I have gone in with my bright red, which I believe is called Boss. I'm not sure, that I used so many reds in this. And I will have filled in everything with that. Then I've gone round again with a darker red, which I think is called Vineyard, just to add in a bit of a darker shadow around the outside. And then I've gone over them again with black, and you'll see I'm kind of doing that, a bit of this and a bit of that on each finger. Because as I start, I don't always know exactly what I'm doing. This is actually a mystery manicure, I call it, where I kind of do whatever I want. And I did ask for a little bit of input, and she said, you know, like some bugs or something. She kind of wanted bugs. She likes ladybugs, and then we had some pictures of some butterflies and ladybirds, and kind of she said the type that she liked, and then I just did what I wanted and went crazy. So that's what I'm doing. I do really like these butterflies. I'm so upset that you couldn't see the blue one being created, but maybe I'll do some more butterfly nails and show them again. The yellow butterfly that is here, I can't remember what it's called, but it is like a real butterfly, and the blue one I kind of made up. I did look at a picture for the yellow one though. I'm not sure which is my favourite. Which is your favourite? Leave me a comment, please. And like the video if you haven't already. Please. But yeah, comment below which is your favourite. The yellow, the blue, or the ladybug? Okay, so I'll stop being so desperate and begging you to, like, comment, subscribe. But if you could share my videos with anyone that you know that might be interested. I am trying to get a few more subscribers and just people to watch my videos, so I feel like I'm not just talking to myself. Anyway, desperation over. You see there I just wiped a bit off because I wasn't happy with it, and I'm going in again. When I do a mystery manicure, I always make sure I've got enough time booked out so that I can, really have some fun and do whatever I like. So there's time, if I make a mistake, to wipe it away and start again. So I'm never afraid to do that. I would rather spend a couple of hours getting this perfect and being happy with it than rushing to get through it and it being a big old mess. So yeah, with mystery manicures, I always make sure I have a bit more time than I normally would for a bit of art. But anyway, I am now going to finally stop talking and let you watch the rest of this. Bye bye. And it's top coat time. I'm using my glossy top coat from GLE. Everything I've used today is from GLE except for the Biab, the little bit of Biab I put underneath. And I am going over all of the nails right up to the cuticle area and the side walls, capping the end but not touching the skin. We never want to get it on the skin. If you do get any on the skin, wipe it off before you put it in the lamp. The amount of times I've watched people paint away and they make a big mess and then try to wipe it off after they've put it in the lamp, and it doesn't work like that, guys. You do not want to get product on your client's skin as much as you can avoid it. I know it does happen sometimes. Occasionally I'll look at a picture and see there's a little splodge of gel somewhere on their finger and I kick myself about it. It's not the end of the world, but if you do it continuously, your client or yourself, you can get an allergic reaction, and you might think, oh, I've done it once or twice and it's not happened, I'm fine. Well, after a while of doing it, you can get an allergic reaction. Even if you've done it a million times and it never happens, over time you just cause yourself to have these reactions, and then you can't use gel polish anymore, and you'll get contact dermatitis. All sorts of nasty things can happen. It's just not worth it, and it looks a bloody mess. So yeah, don't get it on the skin. My rant is over. Thank you for coming to my TED Talks. And we are coming to the end of the video. I have left in a cheeky little hand massage just so you can see exactly what happens in my appointments. I first go in with a bit of cuticle oil and rub that into the cuticle area, and I like to rub a little bit under the end of the finger as well. Don't forget about that bit. Once I've done that, I will get some moisturiser, something that smells delicious. I think the one I'm using at the moment is peony and pomegranate or something like that, and it smells delicious. This cuticle oil smells really nice as well. I think it is passion fruit. It's all fruity up in here. Everyone always says they love the smell, and anytime I go to do the hand massage, I always hear that, oh, this is my favourite bit, or you know, they always love it. But this is how I do my hand massage. So enjoy. If you haven't already, please, I know I keep saying it, do subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends. Maybe go give me a follow on Instagram. It's the same as it is here, Nuclear Nail Bomb, and I also have a TikTok which is Nuclear Nail Bomb, so exactly the same but with an S on the end. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Love you all so much. Bye bye. I know I said I was going to be quiet and I said goodbye, but I had to jump on and just say I am obsessed with these. I love a mystery manicure. I think these are so cute. They're very kind of springtime. I know it's not spring, it's more like Valentine's Day, but whatever. I love them. I hope you love them too. Comment below and let me know what you think, and goodbye guys. Thank you.